been watching a lot of videos from big streamers, and one of the things that they were suggesting is why not be there to welcome people who are there as soon as the stream goes live. While I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and post on Facebook and other places. Discord and Facebook. Close the Discord. Actually, I'll message people and let them know that we're going live. Alright, what do we got? Anyone talking in chat yet? No, nothing? It's just me and you right now. Let's see who else comes along. I can do the thank yous. Thanks Mighty Fine Shindig for following. Thanks Mighty Bum. Thanks Robokeys, Yellow Man, RGBVRS. Thanks Jack Static for the tier 1 sub. Oh, Action Cronson. The man of the hour. I've just posted out some links to people, letting everyone know if we can get some people to roll on in. Yeah, I don't know many either. So this is still the webcam, but I do have another camera up above, ready to go. Got some things that arrived in the mail. I'll show off in a second. New mic. I don't know how the microphone sounds now, but it should be a lot clearer. You won't hear me bumping it because it's not attached to my headphones anymore. My Star Wars rings on for the Star Wars Boba Fett build. Pretty keen to have these on a keyboard and actually see them properly. Yeah, very nice. I'll show off the novelties as well. Think about where you want these to go after we put the board together. They are really cool, man. I need to pick myself up a set. Switch key's already in here, and it's just us and the client, the recipient. Hello, Hayaka. Just gonna send out some messages, see if we can get everybody else on board, everybody in. Let me know if the music is too quiet or too loud. New mic, new setup, everything has to be balanced again as usual. Alright. See if that's enough. Hey Kate, thanks for coming along. Action Cronson is the person of the hour. Going to be building their board and surprising them with some things in a moment. Thank you, Steph. Thanks from Switch Keys for telling me to get in touch with Kate. Super appreciate that. It's pretty much that pointer, that piece of advice that kind of made this happen, so. I posted on the Discord, and thanks for subscribing, Mr. Dog. Appreciate it. You get a heart. Give it a few minutes for people to roll on in. I can get the TX at. Show that off. I need to make that chat box a touch smaller. Subscribe then follow new meta. Yeah, 100%. I did look at the PCB for this TX the other day when you gave it to me, when I came and picked it up, and it's very nice, very clean. No RGB though. We can put some LEDs in there for you. This is definitely right up there. This is definitely cleaner than anything I own, that's for sure. Just makes for a nice camera piece, right? Oh, actually, you know what? Wouldn't it be nice if I had a better camera? Whoa, the LUT. New camera, dialing it in. I'm just playing around with different LUTs and things like that. Getting used to what it's like using a DSLR instead. Maybe the colors are too warm. It's pretty close to real life though, I think. Although maybe a little bit darker. Yeah, it is. It's super warm. Although that's not too far off like my actual skin tone and stuff, and it is a very white board. Yeah, it is very, very beautiful. Very much looking forward to putting something in it. Seeing how it sounds once it's got some switches and stuff in it. Thanks for joining us this morning. Doing something special for a new member of the community that's just joined. We'll get started shortly. I know that people that are in the channel have got places to be today. It's somewhat unfortunate that we can't build this today because not everything is in our hands. I know that I said we would be building it, and you're probably somewhat confused. But I'll show you a couple of things. We got something else that we're going to build for you today. Just going to go through some of the things that came along in the mail. There's a new artisan creator who just joined AUMK and sent me a couple of artisans. At some point, my my puppy will join us down here. I was very late posting on the Discord and on the Facebook page and stuff like that, so I'll just show these off, give everybody a chance to see. Can I get autofocus to? There we go. Cute little penguin with a hat. Feels very nice. Feels like the material's made very well. This was a gift from Action Cronson, the one who we're building the keyboard for today. I mentioned that I sort of had a fascination with everyday carry, and that I didn't have a good knife for opening packages and things. And they were very kind enough to give me this knife from a designer. You can see their, you might be able to see their logo on the blade here. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, the camera's really good. Unfortunately, it's running on a battery, so it's only going to last so long. But I do have a more permanent power solution on the way. So these are artisans from a new artisan maker in Oz. She is doing koi fish. Let's see if I can get the zoom focus. She's doing koi fish in resin cast artisans. I'm definitely going to need better lights with this new camera, that's for sure. This one looks like a some kind of plant, like underwater plant life. You might also notice that there is now emotes. Twitch updated my partnership contract and allowed me to do custom emotes, so I added some to support local makers. You'll notice there's switch keys. Oh, thanks for following, Loops. There's switch keys, keyboard treehouse, daily clack. Laser Ninja just added one as well, which is a really, really good choice. It's the baby with the laser eyes. Yeah, honestly, at first, it was just about giving you advice, Action. But I also wanted to help you get a good board and get good value. And help you find your way through the mud. And get something that's really going to suit your needs. And then everything kind of snowballed from there. Come on, focus camera. One's similar to the underwater plant one, but just blue. I'll have to put those on the Rama. I can take off these dessert keycaps. Where's my keycap puller? There. Thank you for following, Autumn Mint. If you want to get yourself one of these artisans, I can link their Instagram if they're not already in the channel. If they are in the channel, please go ahead and link it. They have an Etsy store, I believe now, where you can buy those artisans from. This is one of Rama's. I won this actually at the Melbourne meetup last year. So thank you, Rama, for donating that. I super appreciate it, and I use it all the time. It's kind of gone full circle, hasn't it? They donated something and I won it, and now they've donated something and we're giving it to someone else. Well, without further ado, let's have a look at a few things for today's build. These are the C3 tangerines that I got from Hong Hobbies through Switch Keys. Those are going to be going into the Boba Fett build. Switch Keys has donated, thank you very much, some Durok stabs, full kit for the build. Very much appreciated, thank you very much. Rama donated a couple of things, and we'll go through those now. There's also a couple of things coming from Laser Ninja, Juju cables, and low-key keyboards. I don't have everything in my hands yet, but over the next week, I'll slowly be trickling these things to you. Surprising you one thing at a time, basically. I'm sure you can figure out somewhere to put these. I really like the attention to detail on the packaging. It's one of those few items that when you get it, you just feel like you have to keep everything that came in the box. Well, I hope that after today, you've at least got something exciting to wake up to every day. If nothing else, you can clack away and game away. I believe this is a USB cable and some more stickers. I would open and confirm, but I'll leave that up for you. And I know I said we would be building the TX today, and we didn't unfortunately get all of the parts together. I believe Rama and Switch Keys are in the channel. Let me just give Rama VIP real quick. Kate, sorry. Kate from Rama. Alright. So, final surprise for today. So the rest of the things will be here later in the week, and I'll show them to you later. This is one that I couldn't really keep from you any longer, because I got it in my hands yesterday. And I didn't think there was any reason to delay, whether it was the fact that I only have one battery in the camera and it's only going to last 45 minutes, or the fact that I haven't really tested the new setup. But I hope this is as exciting for you as it was for me quietly churning away on this little project in the background. Today I'd like to build for you a Rama Koyu. It was very graciously donated by Kate. I can't say thanks enough. And it's it's a joy to be able to do something like this for someone. It is very much a serious thing. I've had to pinch myself a couple of times. I was not really, I was just expecting, you know, bits and pieces, maybe just give you some numpads and macro pads and things like that. But thanks for following, Never Prime. But yeah, believe it or not. Let's show you it, hey? For anyone in the channel who doesn't know, Action Cronson is a new member of the Mechanical Keyboard group on Facebook who has been battling cancer and recently joined and asked for help putting together a build because they were really excited about custom mechanical keyboards. I reached out to a bunch of vendors in Australia and asked them if they could do anything, whatever that might be, even if it was just coming into the stream and saying hi. And they went above and beyond in every respect. And I can't say thank you any more than that. You were asking about premium keyboards being heavy. It's not as heavy as the TX, but it's got weight. Yes, welcome to the community. This is your initiation to the club. Kickstarting your collection with a bunch of really awesome stuff made from community, close to home. The TX is almost a self-defense thing, yes. Let me get this out of this. I want to show it off to you while I still have good camera. Which one do you want to look at first? Do you want to look at the PCB first or the board? I can tell you the PCB is it's art. It is as much eye-catching as the board itself. PCB? Sure, man. I hope the new camera is doing this justice. It took me a lot of effort and time. It is surprisingly hard to get cameras and microphone equipment at the moment. Everybody is snapping them up. If you have an Elgato cam link, come at me, because they are impossible to find. And this is actually running at like half resolution. This is not even running at 1080p. This is definitely the nicest PCB that I've gotten to build. I believe that's the Wilbur logo. I'm curious to know if this is Kate's influence. It's very nice, very clean. So you've got per key RGB. So you can have that gamer glow that you've been asking me about. Fancy. Very, very fancy. I like that it comes with an anti-static bag and not bubble wrap. I'm gonna take my rings off. I thought that I would wear these rings specifically for this build, given that we've got the Boba Fett keycaps. Oh, Wilbur's daughter draws them? Wow, that's amazing. I love how there's so much cross-collaboration in the community. I've been into a lot of different hobbies. As someone with ADHD, it is a tendency to pick up and drop hobbies very quickly, but keyboards is by far the most welcoming of them all. Actually, Josh, we have been talking about desk mats. That is something I've been struggling to find. Sorry about the noise from the bag. I've been trying to source desk mats. If anybody knows where there's some in-stock desk mats, large ones, 900 by 40, sorry, 900 by 400, that would be awesome. Action Cronson, send him a DM. He would be very grateful, I'm sure. Are you ready? I had to have a peek last night to make sure everything was in the box. I'm fairly sure that it is. PCB, daughter board. I believe this is the feet. Go underneath it. And then the case itself. Everything's in there. So I think we're okay. I think we're good to go. Oh, it's double wrapped. Hey, puppy. That is sage. And it is pretty much, the camera is getting it spot on. It is exactly that color. Sorry, getting used to the new camera rig, accidentally bumping things. Yes, the dog likes the green. Here, let me hold it up for you. I'm so glad I upgraded the camera. Definitely doing it justice. The back plate with the Rama logo. Let me turn it around. I did upgrade the camera. It's only running at half resolution because the Canon webcam utility doesn't let you run at 1080p, so once I get a cam link, it'll be even better. And maybe some more lights, or just better lights. Yeah, this is quite amazing because Action had said that the keyboard they would want the most was a Rama Koyu. And it took a lot of energy and a lot of effort to sort of keep this under wraps for the past week. And the green is going to go very, very well with the Boba Fett keycaps, I can tell you that much right now. Hayaka, thank you. Hayaka98 is the person who made the artisan keycaps I was showing off earlier. I believe they have an Etsy shop now, or an Instagram. Feel free to link that down in chat. They're very, very nice, by the way. This is the first time that I've seen them. I kept them packaged until now. And they're very, 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 very nice. Definitely, definitely worth adding to the collection. Support the locals. And I especially like this cute little guy. Thank you for sending them to me. There was a letter in there I was going to read out, and I think I've put the packaging away. Oh, here it is. Do you mind if I read it? I don't want to just go ahead and just start reading. So, I reached out to Hyaka on Facebook after they posted their pictures of their new artisans, asking for just comments and feedback and things like that. I just said that I've been building keyboards for a little while, and if they needed any help or advice pointing in directions for places to get input, discords and things like that. And they offered to send me out some artisans to review and put on the stream and stuff, which was awesome. That's the first time that's happened, which was cool. And I'm really excited. They look amazing. And it came with this lovely little handwritten letter. It just says, "Hi Seamus, thanks so much for reaching out about the keycaps. I hope you enjoy these as much as I enjoyed making them. Some random information. These are OEM R4 profile. The penguin is resin cast and hand painted, and my housemate has nicknamed him the Papa Boy. So if you want to get yourself a little Papa Boy, you can reach out to Hyaka." That was very cute. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I believe you can get weights to go in here as well, maybe? Maybe if Kate's still there, they'd be able to tell me. I think there's a weight or a rubber insert that you can get if you wanted to get that, which will bring the tone of the clack down. At least I can see the standoffs and the space for it, so I imagine that that's... Because I have seen those on other Rama boards, I'm pretty sure it is on the Koyu, but just not in this package. Ah, excellent. Mr. Dog, thank you. Action, if you want to get the insert for this, apparently maybe we can talk to Switch Keys and see if there are any of those left, or if we can get more. Ah, Kira. My puppy gets angry at random noises. I'm shocked too, honestly. Action, I am also shocked. When it was in my hands, I was even more shocked. And even now, as I pull it apart, I am more shocked again. So we'll build your TX later in the week, because I knew after you bought those Boba Fett keycaps, I knew that this would have to be the build to do first. I'll pick up the rest of the pieces for that one, do that later in the week along with the things from Laser Ninja, Juju, Loki. Move this out of the way. this is going to be one of those situations where I need to flip the keyboard over now that the screws are out, right? There are dampeners weights? Yes. That's what I was talking about, yep. I was just asking if that's something that's in stock or where to get that from if Action wanted to get that upgrade. Also, someone who's probably built one of these before is watching me take the screws out and thinking, you know, you're supposed to flip it over, right? I'm trying to be very cautious, but I think that's exactly what I have to do. Oh, it pulls up. Okay. Excellent, that's great to hear. So Action, if you wanted to grab one of those, I would recommend it. It'll just bring the overall tone of the board down. Yes. So what I was talking about was in this space here, there's an insert that you can get. And yes, I am putting the tangerines into this because it's going to be perfect for the Boba Fett colorway, given that it has like those yellows and oranges and things like that. Yeah, I was just worried that there was like a latch or something I was missing and it didn't want to come apart. I was being very careful, going very slowly. This is my first build for anything like this, so thanks to Action for letting me do this. It's funny too because I'm being really careful and you're like, just jiggle it, it's fine. So this daughter board will go there. Once I do the switches. Oh, that's why you gave me the screws. Yes, I see now. I'm not putting it in. I'm just, I just want to have a look. So it doesn't, interesting, okay. So it doesn't actually slot into the USB-C hole the way that a lot of other, like, entry-level keyboards do. You just mount it with these, what size are they? T10 screws flush against the case. I like that, that's nice. I have watched a lot of builds of Rama boards, by the way. I'm not like I know nothing. I just haven't actually like seen this in person. It's a lot harder when you're doing it in real life. A lot more detail. Hey Tay, thanks for coming along, mate. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna have to do the stabs first. I'm getting way ahead of myself just looking at how pretty this board is. I just want to see it put together. already grabbed out the switches. I'll chuck this to the side, I'll do the stabs. Yeah, this is 205 Geo. I had some left over from a build I did recently. I'm just putting those on the stabs. I usually use dielectric grease, it's what I've always done, but it seems to be the new norm is using higher quality lube and just giving it a somewhat liberal but not overboard treatment. Thanks again to Steph from Switch Keys for offering these Durock stabs for the build. Thanks FC928372 for following. Little heart, little... there you go, everyone gets one. Yeah, I'm thinking that I might go back and redo some of my other stabilizers. Now I gotta remember I don't need two of them. What color RGB do you think you're gonna go with Action once this is on your desk? An orange? Or some kind of like, maybe just go green? Just white? Honestly, you could just pick any color that's part of the Boba Fett sort of colorway, right? Something Boba Fett, yeah. After the stream, I'll do some sound tests with the new mic and everything, and record some little bit of footage for you and stuff, so you can post it on your Facebook or whatever else you want to. Yes, Tempest. Tangerines are going into this Rama build. It felt too good to match them up with the colorway for the Boba Fett keycaps. I am curious how long the new camera's battery will last for. When it cuts out, someone let me know. I'll switch back to the webcam and you'll realize how much better the quality actually is now. Hope you're as excited as I am. What are you gonna call this keyboard action? I have a name in mind. Slave 1. Bingo. Either Slave 1 or Slave 2. I don't know if you noticed the little Han Solo and Carbonite as well. Meticulously coordinated Thanks for following, Tempest. Appreciate it. Let me put this down. Everybody gets a heart. Well, if you like the TX87 SC, make sure you follow because I'm going to be building one for the person who is getting this board later in the week, along with a couple of other things. Including a very custom 50%, something from Laser Ninja, and a Dissy pad. If you like the TX, I think we're going to be building that on Wednesday. I put TX build in the title because that is what people were made to believe we were building today. This Rama board was donated by Rama for Action Cronson, who was a new member of AUMK. Thanks for following Review the Tube. Alright, let's see how the stabs sound. Might just go wash my fingers real quick. I want to be touching the stuff with the lube on my fingers. Go back. All right. Oh, I keep getting way ahead of myself because I just want to do the build so bad. I didn't do the stab bars. Yes, Tempest. Rama donated this Koyu. Action Cronson is battling stage 4 cancer and reached out for help get their first custom board done, and I went around and spoke to a bunch of Australian vendors, asked them if they had anything they could do, either just come to the stream or anything. And thanks for following, Galvo, you get a heart. And they very, very, very generously donated this board. Dropped it off last night. And here we are. And Switch Keys donated these Durok stabs. I feel like I'm going to say that many times today. I will continue to say it because I'm still completely surprised, dumbfounded. It's amazing. Oh, KBD 67 Mark II, yes. Built one the other day, very nice. Yes, I'm yet to try Durok stabs myself. I've heard great things. I had some for my own board, but they're going to go into the TX87 build, so I'll just have to try them now when I build this one, and then that and the TX will be my experience with Durok. Till I get some more of my own. Wrong thing. Kira. Hey, Kira. You have to excuse my puppy. She's rambunctious. Alright. Stabbed. Tempest, I just put Duroks into one of my boards and they are fantastic, but they can rattle a bit after a while. Ah, okay. Dielectric on the wire. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the inside piece of information. If these need to be dialed in at a later date, thankfully this is hot swap, so put it all together, use it, try it out for a while, and if we need to, we can throw the dielectric on it. That's normally what I do as well. I normally go 205 on the stems and sliders and dielectric on the... I feel like that's what gives it that nice resistance. Makes sure it stays smoother longer. servicing a key, who would have thought? I have serviced my a couple of my customs a lot. My HHKB a couple of times. Just tweaking, changing things, testing things out, seeing what works, what doesn't work. I need to keep my screwdriver set better organized. Use Teflon grease for your plastic components? Okay, interesting. Oh, it uses a 7U. I didn't even know. Excellent. Alright, cool. So that can go back there. Here's one I prepared earlier. Well, not one I prepared earlier, but here's another one that I can lube now. And to save time, did everybody see the Baby Yoda artisan? How perfect would that be on this build? Archetype released it like maybe 2 weeks ago. I think it was up for an hour or two. I did manage to pick myself up one. Alright, back in action. There is even LEDs underneath the stabs. That's amazing. And thankfully, because these are translucent stabs, you're going to get all that sweet glow around your spacebar. Whoop! Lost a light. What's the bet? The camera goes out while I'm doing this. Boom! Yeah, buying that on the aftermarket is going to be... That's going to be one exy per chase. But that's Artisans in a nutshell, right? It's this black hole of I must have that. It goes with my build. I mean, there's a reason why people make jokes like you buy an artisan and then you suddenly have to build a keyboard around it. Oh yeah, the TX was so affordable. This is the problem with doing too many things at once. Getting ahead of yourself like I did before. Things everywhere. I'm very much looking forward to the look on your face when you get to type on this keyboard. I'm looking forward to the smile on my face when I get to type on this keyboard. Oh. This Rama belongs to Action Cronson in the chat. It was donated by Rama. Arrived yesterday. Been in the works for about a week or two. You got the joke, Action Bronson. Alright, let's try out the stabs. Ooh, now I gotta move all the stuff because I gotta get the keycaps out. Whoa. I made the same mistake again, getting ahead of myself. I'm too obsessed with the keycaps. I gotta get the spare spacebar. I have like noise compression and stuff on the mic, so I'll have to do a sound test later with that stuff turned off. Completely rattle-free. And it sounds the same the whole way across. It's amazing. And yes, Rama boards are so slick. I'm very glad that I finally get to build one. Thanks for following, One Rat. No soldering today. Soldering on Wednesday with the TX board. Today this is Hotspot. Oh, it's enter, that's what I think. So you can see why we went with the tangerines. It just fits. Fits too well. Yeah, with this PCB, I think it should be fine, Tempest. It's not like the DZ60, it's only built for that one form factor. The red, like the colorway of the Boba Fett keycaps looks really nice in person. I wasn't really sold on it when I was looking at it on the Novel Keys website, but it's choice, I like it. Yeah, I'm sure that it did, hey. I'm sure it wouldn't have been cheap. It's crazy because these aren't that expensive either. As a key set, they're not that bad. Okay. Now, I can still feel essence of 205 GO on my hands. I'm gonna go deal with that before I start handling all of this too much. And then we can put this all together and do some sound tests. And I have a couple more things to show off. I have a couple more things to show off at the end. Stay with me for a second, I'll be right back after I wash my hands. Alright, I've had to switch over to the webcam. That's as long as one battery will get me on the new DSLR. I've got a permanent power supply source on the way. Still, the C920 does a really good job. Just has a smaller field of view. I can't zoom it. I can't do some of the cooler things that I want to be able to do. Thanks for following Frankie1 Kenobi. You get a heart. Everybody gets a heart. So, I'm guessing we need to place the PCB. Oh, screw the PCB in. Nice, cool, very, very good. And that's what the screws were for. Cool, yep. Looks good. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it. Yeah, the Boba Fett keycaps, I suggest you don't buy them until after I've bought them, to maximize the chances that I won't miss out on them. I should move that out of the way of chat, actually. Makes it impossible to read. That's not the right size. Yes, this guy definitely likes his Star Wars. I do. Lego, rings. These aren't my keycaps, but I do want to get them. I got the 200D Mark II, aka the Rebel SL3, aka the 250D, which made it really hard to Google things. Thanks everyone for coming along, checking out the stream. For any of you that just joined and don't know the story, a recent new member to the Australian Mechanical Keyboard Forum on Facebook came along asking for help with their first custom build. They mentioned that they are battling stage 4 cancer. I reached out, well, someone tagged me in the post actually and said that I could help them. I reached out and said I'd love to. I worked pretty much from 7 AM till midnight every day while also doing a full-time job, talking to them and organizing their first build, which is a TX87 SE, which I was going to build today. And during this process, I reached out to a bunch of Australian vendors, including Switch Keys, Laser Ninja, Juju Cables, Low-Key Keyboards, and Rama. Rama replied and said that they had a Koyu, one last Koyu, that they would love to donate. And that's what we're building. We're building a donation Rama Koyu for Action Cronson in the chat. And very coincidentally, they happened to buy the Boba Fett keycaps because I knew that they loved Star Wars after talking to them, and the Koyu happened to be the right color for that build. Rama, definitely good peeps. Very, very good peeps. Rama and Switch Keys were in the channel earlier. They pop back in at some point. Make sure to say thank you, say hi. No, the sound of mechanical keys is music to our ears. Definitely not annoying. Well, I think the thing is, right, like it can be annoying if it's crunchy and if it's rattly, but with the right switches, it can sound absolutely amazing. Wow, okay. Action, check it out. Oh, I don't have the autofocus set, hold on. How does that look, mate? The focus is fighting me though. Why do you fight me, camera? And this is why the DSLR is good, because I can control that stuff. And it's just better. It definitely looks very Boba Fett, I'm excited. It also kind of looks Legend of Zelda-y as well, right? Imagine if I had my GMK Hero keycaps, we could throw those on as well. Have a battle of the cap. Battle of the brand. I'm being very careful because I'm really the donation board and I don't want to bend pins on the switches or pop any sockets. But it's also brand new, so it probably needs a little bit. It was the Switch. Luna has decided to watch with you. Oh, nice. I enjoy watching streams on the couch with my animals as well. Yeah, this board is for Mantis NC Pat. This is the donation Rama board. After the build is over, I will drop it off. Deliver it in person. Give them a big hug. And watch them enjoy a really top-end mechanical keyboard. Like I said, Action, make sure you reach out to the community, get yourself a desk mat. There are definitely people out there who can help you out with that. Probably people in the chat. With all the keyboards you're going to have by the end of the next week or two, you're going to need to get yourself a Laser Ninja keyboard stand, mate. A lot of these tangerines have just pins are just off center. I'm having to just slightly adjust them for them to actually go in properly. AS3LQ, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for following El Rodriguez. You get a heart, everyone gets a heart. If you haven't noticed, Twitch recently updated my partnership. I've got custom emotes now. There's a bunch in there for Australian vendors. Thanks for following, Switch Keys. Oh, you're still there. Thanks, mate. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Thank you again very much for the stabs. They are buttery smooth. If you want to use the emotes, I think you can spend chat points to get them. Ooh, hydrate. Sure, why not? Thank you for that. I enjoy having those little chat point spending things in there because I often need to check my posture and stuff and don't. A fun little way for you to remind me. Make me dab. Dab. There you go. Got double dab because it's a desk cam dab. Thanks for following, Fresh Pots. You get a heart. Everybody gets a heart. Let me turn the autofocus off because it keeps blipping out. Oh, yes, that's a good point. One Rat Games is a Melbourne indie game developer. If you like eldritch horror fantasy stories, if you like Dark Souls-esque combat, Hyperlight Drifter style graphics and narrative design, they're working on a game called Elden, Path of the Forgotten. You can currently wishlist it on Steam. It's coming out on every platform: Switch, Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. It's been at PAX the last few years. PAX Oz. Being published by... oh god. Another indie. It's being published by another indie. Cool game, made by some cool people. Suggest you check it out. Yeah, it was a bit of a test of my knowledge then, wasn't it? I had to pull that out of my memory. It has been almost a year since we hung out, right? Since GDC. Because it feels that long. Probably had ramen sooner than that. Oh, thanks for gifting a sub, Switch Keys. Appreciate that, mate. Zigra, welcome to the club. If you want to get a MX Switch plushie or a mechanical keyboard calculator, Tentaku calculator, those will be in stock again soon. I think plushies are already in stock at Switch Keys. But for stabs, switches, keycaps, group by proxies, and other things, there's a link in the bottom of the channel. You can click on the Switch Keys banner. Go check it out. It's where I tend to order most of the bits and pieces that I need for builds. Yeah, One Rat, it has been a while since we had ramen. So long, in fact, that Hales and I, well, Hales, let's be honest, has learned how to make a very, very nice chicken ramen broth. And we've decided to just start eating it at home. No, the one that we make is mainly chicken based. I'm not a huge pork based fan, personally. But I'm also not a seafood person, so I pretty much only eat chicken based ramen. Can you see it coming together action? No worries, Switch Keys. Thanks for coming along, mate. Thanks for the gift subs. Thanks for the stabs. Appreciate it. Thank you for putting me in touch with Kate. Hopefully I get to catch up with you at the Sydney or Melbourne meetup. Otherwise, I'll talk to you on Discord. Cheers. Just a wholesome premium keyboard giveaway. Feels good, man. Whoa. You can't see, and I'm not going to mess with the zoom, but that one's got a very bent pin. It is, yeah, I've been into a lot of different weird hobbies. Flying custom-made FPV drones, racing drones is one. I used to race cars, do a bunch of different stuff. And mechanical keyboards, while one of the weirdest, is definitely the most welcoming community to newcomers. I think that's very Boba Fett. That colorway was perfect. I'll lay it down because you can't see otherwise. I used to have, my brother used to have a 89 GTI Swift. He had like 7 of them, and one of them became mine at one point. It was a naturally aspirated, but aftermarket tuned ECU, sort of show car, I guess you'd say. Also had a 78 Datsun 280ZX, 74 Golf LS, which was like a 1.8 liter carbureted, Weber carbureted uphill car. I had an 89 Mazda MX-5. What else? Oh, and I had motorbikes. I had CBRs, various CBRs. I had a Yamaha, which was a V-Star. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was like Yamaha's answer to the Harley. Yeah, the 280ZX was awesome. It's like a long Americanized version of the 260 or the Fairlady Z, as they call them. I do miss my motorbikes, but unfortunately I had a crash about 7 years ago and left myself permanently impaired. My right leg was basically rebuilt. And yeah, so I don't really ride motorbikes anymore. I now drive a big old man white SUV. As Action Cronson called it the other day, I look like a high-class real estate investor. Until I get out of the car and you see this guy, this software engineer in a hoodie and a beanie, unshaven, looks like he just woke up. Whoa, can you feel it? The energy emanating. I want to make sure that the cable and everything's all good. It's routed okay. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Oh. Wait for it. Just wait for it. Oh yeah. Hello, sir. We're here to inspect the premises, you know, routine inspection. You got the email a month ago. I was thinking about adding a chat reward that you could spend points and I would throw on a random voice and narrate it for you. Hello, Action Cronson. Today we are building for you a Rama Koyu in sage green with the Boba Fett GMK officially licensed Star Wars keycaps. Oh, Night Night S3LQ. Before you go though, you posted desk mats. You were doing a desk mat run, right? I should try and get in touch with you because Action Cronson, the recipient of this donation keyboard, if you heard the story just earlier, needs a desk mat. Very much needs a desk mat. And yes, loops, they are filmed. They're already very, very, very smooth stock out of the gate. They're filmed, and we can pull them out and lube them later after they're broken in, which is not necessarily something you normally do with tangerines, or at least not something I've heard, but wanted to see how that goes. Something you do with creams because of the material that they're made out of. Action Cronson, if you Discord DM S3LQ, he might be able to help you out with a desk mat. I'm loving this green. I'm sold on the green. I need to get myself one, and it'll go with my Baby Yoda Artisan, and I'll get those Boba Fett keycaps, and then we'll both have one. Both have a Boba Fett keyboard. A wargaming desk mat? Oh, actually, that's a it could, yes, please. Why don't we have ramen? Why don't we catch up for ramen and I'll acquire that desk mat off of you. Oh, excellent. Thanks, One Rat. Well, there you go. If you haven't got a desk mat sorted out already by then, Action, maybe we can help you out with that. Wargaming is a New Zealand company? Maybe? Can't remember. Can't remember how you know them. That would be the wrong size control. Ah, that's right, based in Sydney, nice. Also, Action, you can find the default layout guide for all the programming of the keyboard, so how it's pre-configured on the Rama website. It'll have all the different layers, what key combos you need to press to do what, to turn on the lights, change the lighting, pattern display, color, hue, brightness. Oh my god, it sounds so good. Definitely, I'm gonna need to join the club. I'm gonna need to join the Rama club. I feel like the Laser Ninja emote is appropriate for this build. Alright, split backspace. What is the default layout on... I wonder if backspace is on this. That's the default layout. Probably is. Which would make B. There you go. We'll throw your numpad on your disi pad once we build it. One Rat, just realizing now who Hales is, yep. Nutcase, yes, that is exactly what you're watching. If you are either into Star Wars or keyboards, that's exactly what you're watching. Wait until you hear it though, because that's when things really get weird. I want a game on this really badly. I have achieved maximum jealousy of the board that I'm building for someone else, and handing it over is going to be somewhat challenging. I've got the DSLR charging so that once the build is done, I can throw that camera back on and get some high quality shots, some HQ. I love the Mandalorian script on the keys. Yeah, these are the Star Wars, the only officially licensed Star Wars keycaps. This is the Slave 1 custom build being donated to Action Cronson. Make me dab. That's as much. I can't do much more dabbing than that. I mean, I can put my head on the camera and be like, dab, 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 dab. Brand new keycaps. You gotta give them just a little bit more elbow grease. Not the only Star Wars set, but the only officially licensed Star Wars set. I'm pretty sure the Aurebesh set was not actually licensed. The DSA Aurebesh set. Or actually, no. There was an officially licensed DSA set, wasn't there? I know that there's a couple of sets, but as far as I know, I think this is the only licensed one, or maybe there's two. I know there's a couple of sets. Function? Yeah, let's put function there. Oh, system? Yeah, cool. Ooh, Galactic Empire DSA, nice. I'll have a look at those afterwards. Thanks for subscribing, Less Sloth James. Hit a heart. It's like power heart because you subbed instead of following. I need to make a GIF, some kind of animation. It'll probably just be my hands like coming off the sides of the screen and being like rainbows, or like keycaps. I don't know. So I'll be working on the keyboard, and then you'll just see another pair of my hands come in. If you want to make an Elden keycap set, talk to me, let's make it happen. Because it's not that hard, and a lot of people, well, I mean, it is, there are some processes you have to go through, but it's not, there's no big barriers, like financial barriers or anything to making a keycap set. And if you want to do a keycap set for Elden, because it's Eldritch Horror related symbols, I think the iconography wouldn't step on any IP, and you could actually release a key set that people would really like a purple, pink, so that kind of colorway. Let's make that happen, actually. Did we just become best friends? Did we just become best friends? Yeah, I wish all GMK came like this instead of in a plastic tray. This tray's even organized like the 65% keycaps and stuff. It's amazing. Thanks for the sub, mate. I'll tell you what, you say worth the sub, but we're running on a C920 at the moment. Wait for me to throw the battery back in the DSLR and then actually show this off. And bring the mic down so you can hear the keyboard. But thank you, I very much appreciate the sub. Only got those activated on the last stream. Now you've got access to the Laser Ninja, Daily Clack, Switch Keys, Keyboard Treehouse, and Snag Keys emotes. Again, if you weren't here earlier, these 3 artisans I opened up out of a package that I got on stream that arrived this week. There's a new artisan maker who's just joined AUMK and opened up an Etsy page. They linked it earlier in the chat. If one of the mods can find that and link it again, that would be awesome. But they're doing koi fish and little plant scenery type things in resin cast, sorry. R4 OEM. I say that because now, boop, I gotta take the cable out. There's some just nice subtle RGB there. How good is this? This is so perfect. The sage green, the Boba Fett. I can't believe this is just a miraculous donation board that came together in a week, maybe 8 days time. Thanks to Rama and Switch Keys for the board and the stabs. Thanks to Action Cronson for letting me build it. I'm gonna do a sound test in a second. Switch back to the other camera. Yeah, give me a moment. You did a lot, mate. Gave me the inspiration to reach out to these people. Alright, I've just turned off all of the filters except for the noise gate. Just the noise suppression, sorry, so we're not getting hissing in the background. But now the mic will sound a bit more raw. I'll turn off the music and we'll do a bit of a sound test. Alright, so turns out I got one of the keys wrong. I'm gonna switch that over. That's better. Can you pick the first sentence? Oh, the first sentence that I type? No, I'm gonna just do a type test on the old type-a-rooney. 10 fast fingers. Actually, here we go. Let's bring the mic over. Stop the music for a second. How does that sound? That is the best sounding keyboard I've had on my bench, that's for sure. C3 tangerines and a Rama Koyu no padding insert, that'll come later. Sage green with the GMK Boba Fett keycaps. It is a very, very, very nice board. Let's do a little type test, hey? Need to get my wrist rest. Wrist rest. I know that I type bad without my wrist. No, oh, posture check. Thank you very much. The macro pad is a Rama M6A. I got it at the Melbourne meetup last year with some drop.com artisans, a Tiki, some from a maker who has an Etsy store and Instagram, Australian. Alright, let's go. No! least I'm in the triple digit club. Good enough for me. The spacebar is definitely a thocker. I like it. I approve of the thock. It's consistent. I think Duroc stabs and a nice case, you just get this really nice, consistent, thocky spacebar. This has been a very fun little build. I enjoyed getting it together with the vendors, and I'm looking forward to building the low-key keyboard donation and the laser ninja donation as well as the Dissy pad that we got you. I'll let you open up this. I think it comes with a Rama microfiber cloth, some stickers, and a USB cable for the board. I've got a couple of other things to show off just quickly. Let me throw the battery back into the camera, and then we'll have a look at the board with the good DSLR, and then we can have a look at the things in the box. This box. I'll be right back. Alright. See if it will switch seamlessly. Alright, cool. So, as you can see, the green is really green. The C920 does not do it justice. I kept saying that the webcam just doesn't capture it. And yeah, I'm 30. Yeah, how good is it with the keycaps now? You can see it, right? Definitely gonna have to pick myself up a sage green Rama board as soon as I can. I think I know what I'm saving for next. This would definitely be my prize display. Although the Zelda board that I have is also awesome, and when I put GMK Hero on that, it's going to be on par, I would argue. The lens on the camera is the kit lens that comes with the 200D. Mark II, 200D Mark II specifically, not the Mark I. You know what I can do? To keep it in the light, I can zoom it in. I've switched it back to the other camera action, so you can really see the green. And this is why I got a DSLR, so I can do stuff like this. Really show you off the anodization. I think it's anodization, right? Yeah. Rama logo. Cool. This has been a very, very fun build. Let's plug in my macro pad again. Show off how good those artisans look. Oh, if you want to see them on the DSLR. Actually, yes. Now I have the DSLR. Let's zoom in on these. So these are made by local Australian creator maker Hayaka, Hyaka. They're on Etsy, I believe, and Instagram. If mods want to link it. If you're new and you've just jumped in, they were sent to me to show off on the stream, very generously. Got a koi fish and some sort of like plant life type things. Yeah, sure. If you want me to show the Zelda board, give me 1 second. I shall return. I haven't had a chance to show off the Zelda board on the DSLR. It does have finger marks because it's my daily driver. Please excuse. But you'll see in this pocket here. You can't see it because I can't get the light on it. But there's actually the brass plate shines through. You know what I can do? I can grab my light. Oh, this is XE. See? You can see the Triforce. Let me just put my light back before I destroy my entire setup. But if I zoom it in, oh, camera, be stable. Don't jello people. Cool. So you can see there the Triforce shining through. And no, the screws extending don't actually get annoying at all. I asked for a 4x4 setup from low-key keyboards, and the way my thumbs sit, they don't rest there at all. Doesn't get in the way ever. And the reason this is a awesome Zelda board is not because of the Triforce, it's actually because of this. I sent them the graphic and asked them to laser cut the back of the board. You can get boards like this. You could do whatever design you want. You just give them a logo and they'll cut it out. They can put it here, 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 anywhere. You give them a graphic for the back. They'll make a negative of it, so it's just two-tone, and then they'll have the negative basically etched onto the back. Something like this is being donated to Action Cronson, the one who's getting the Rama board. The Rama was just the first of a few things that we have cooking in the works. We're coming out of the gates strong with the best of the lot, but the others are very, very awesome. You can kind of expect something like this action. I won't say what, but something special. Yeah, Loki has donated something similar to this. Like, I say similar because all their boards are similar to this. They've donated something. It's a 50%, 40%, maybe 60%. It's a sliding scale. But yeah, Tam got in touch with me, or I got in touch with Tam. They donated something, and picking up some white on black off of them early as well later to go on the TX87 that we'll be building for Action as well. So I'll just put this away 1 sec. The Koyu has tangerines. C3 tangerines. Give me focus, camera. Alright, so the last things that I wanted to show off, now that the Rama is built and all the rest of it, we've got black inks bought by Action Cronson, but... Oh, thanks for following, Supreme. You get a heart, everyone gets a heart when they follow. Gap Black inks, lubed and filmed by Hong Hobbies, free of charge. That's their contribution, their donation. The focus is fighting me. There we go. Those are going to sound amazing in the TX87. Oh, that was another follow? Oh, thanks, Bona? And there was one during the intermission, apparently. Fresh Pots? Oh, one Coding Monkey. Thank you. You get a heart as well. Thank you for the follow. Alright, so, a couple of things that I got from Laser Ninja. Been wanting these for ages. A cardboard box. It's really, it's quite a special cardboard box. It has my name written on it by Laser Ninja. I will cherish this for a very long time. And yes, Hong Hobbies is a champ. Has always come through with the goods for me. That's where we got the tangerines from, the films, and everything else. Basically, your one-stop shop for anything Switch related. If you need Switch advice or Switch lubing and modding services, I definitely suggest you talk to Evan Hong. Yes, you can actually thank Action Cronson. When I went over to his place and met him for the first time and picked up the parts for the builds, we actually both had a gift for each other. I rocked up with a Viking-themed horn-shaped shot glass, thinking I was like being a nice guy, being like, oh, I've got a gift for you, just, you know, say hi. I thought I'd, you know, show my, I don't know, welcome you to the community. And they turn around and go, well, you know what, I heard that you like EDC. Here, I'll zoom it. That's gonna work better. I love the paracord, so it's a quick pull it out of the pocket, always handy. I like that it looks like it has a power logo, being techie. It's just kind of, I like it. Perfect. I could not appreciate it anymore. Ah, instructions, cool. Laser Ninja's card. Why are you fighting me, Focus? There we go. If you want to follow Laser Ninja on Instagram or message them on Discord about getting a keyboard stand or a custom case for a split keyboard or something like that. Soon these will be coming with proper retail packaging. They'll be all fancy. That's going to be awesome. That is also a killer business card, yes. There's some instructions as well, because the retail packaging will have mounting information and that sort of stuff. Why don't I put it on my desk mat so we can still see the keyb. These are the Laser Ninja keyboard stands. Laser Ninja makes acrylic keyboard goodies. I just put those off to the Ah, okay, it'll be different stuff. And then the hardware. TS profile. TeamSpeak profile? I'm not sure what TS is. I'm guessing mounting is through there. Okay, yeah, I get it. I don't need to RTFM. And watch this fall apart on me, I bet. Whoa, I spoke too soon. You know what? Let's make this easier on ourselves, shall we? Slide the nut. Thanks for following, Loganberry. Oh, you made me you didn't make me do anything. I let go, and the screw fell out. But you get a heart. So now instead of keeping my keys sitting in a drawer or just flat on a shelf, I'll be able to stand them up and display them properly. Once my GMK Hero keycap set arrives, I probably will no longer use the Zelda keyboard because I don't want to ruin the GMK Hero keycaps, but I want to take them out of the box so I can display them. I like that you use the hand emote. It's perfect. Cool. So, these were like a pre-release sale. I'll zoom in. Pre-release sale of Laser Ninja's acrylic keyboard stands. They're not, I'm pretty sure there's like, yeah, okay, cool. Sorry. I probably should have read the instructions because there's white stuff I have to take off. Alright, well I'll do that after the stream. But basically they should be like a clear, maybe frosted acrylic. Now you can do things like that. Stand the keyboard upright. It is a very nice keyboard. It's a Sage Rama Koyu, donated by Rama to Action Cronson, who's in the chat. A new member, Action is a new member of AUMK, the Australian Mechanical Keyboard Facebook group. Alright, cool. So that's what it's supposed to look like. My favorite switches right now are probably Gap Black inks. I really like the smoothness, I like the sounds, I like the weight. Lubed Gap Black inks are awesome. I don't recommend filming them because I find that filming them actually seems to raise the tone of the switch instead of lowering it, unlike other switches. I'm not sure if that's to do with the tolerances or the materials that they use in those switch housings, but yeah, lubed, not filmed. Gat Black Ink's my favorite linear. Favorite tactile. I'm a big fan of Box Royals. I have some Alps Monterey tactile keyboards. I really like a crunchy tactile. But if I had to go into the premium realm, I currently have Xylence on my Zelda board, which I like, but I'm going to swap out for something else. I've got Holy Pandas coming for my heavy metal keyboard 80, my HMKB 80. I think for me personally, as a software dev and gamer and just general, like I spend a lot of my time on the computer, I like to have different types of switches for different use cases. I like tactiles and clickies when I'm coding. I like linears when I'm gaming. And sometimes I go linear when I'm working and tactile when I'm gaming. Why is Stream Elements... Oh, the build thing hasn't been updated, my bad. Yeah, so what we actually built tonight was a Rama Koyu, a Sage Rama Koyu. What we were going to be building was a TX87 SE, but we surprised Action with this Rama. We're going to build his TX later in the week, along with a couple of other donated boards and things like that. Basically kickstarting their keyboard collection, getting them going from zero to hero in the first 2 weeks of entering the community. There you go, now with the paper removed. Damn these man hands. They're not really manly hands, they're very slender. I have piano hands. How sharp are the Box Royals tactility? I would say that it's less sharp. So Zelios and Xylence are the sharpest in my opinion, next to like Hako Clears. They've just got a really, really harsh, sharp bump. The tactility on the leaf, on the stem. Sorry, stem legs. And I think Box Royals are lighter. Like it's not it doesn't resist you as much. It's what a tactile should be in my opinion. It's a subtle physical or tactile acknowledgement of the registration of the switch. Zelios register slightly after the tactile bump, so technically if you like very slowly go down, you can hit that tactile bump without actually actuating the switch. And sometimes you're typing at 120 words per minute and you actually do you do miss things. You do miss characters and stuff. At least it feels like that to me. That's why I'm trying something different than the Xylence for a little while. Because I'm fine on my Topra, but with the Xylence for some reason I miss actuations often enough for it to be a problem. Thanks for subscribing, Jaden. Greatly appreciated. I will give you a subscriber power heart IRL gif. Treats to the pet? Oh yeah, let me turn the pet camera on. If it's not dead. Is it alive? Hey, it's alive. I mean the camera, not the animal. Animal's very obviously alive. Yeah, so if you want a really cool keyboard stand, I highly suggest you chase up Laser Ninja on Instagram or check out their website. I think you can link to it through the Keyboard Treehouse website. Hales222 is my partner. We live together, obviously, and she's the one who does the feeding. When you request to feed a pet, we have a cat as well, and we can move this camera because this camera is actually portable, so we can move it around the house and look at like my Lego collection and stuff like that. And sometimes we move it over to where the cat sleeps, but she's not sleeping there right now. So there's no cat cam, it's just doggo cam today. Keyboard stands, Laser Ninja one more time. Come on, camera. Why do you hate me? How much do I have to fill of the camera? There we go. That's laser_ninja_KB on Instagram. Let me grab my Zelda board again. If you want a chance to win a free custom cable, I do custom cables. I'm just waiting on parts to do a run. I'm going to do a giveaway at 500 followers, and I only just recently got subscribers turned on, so I don't know, I'll think of something to do for subscribers. In the meantime, you've got emotes. Thanks for following, Jaden. Sub before following, that seems to be the new meta. And I'm wondering if there's anything else we can go off today. Thanks for following, Davis the Great. Pet cam died, I have to turn it off. Just died, so you got a few moments of feeding the pet. If you want linears with a deeper sound, I think that Gap Black inks already have a deep sound, and that's why I don't suggest filming them. Most linears will benefit from films, except for creams, because they don't fit in the housing, as same as Holy Pandas. So Holy Pandas, tactile I know, and creams, because of the housing, they won't fit films. But pretty much every other Switch I would recommend. I'm not sure if I know of any that I don't recommend filming other than Gap Black inks, and ones that don't fit them. Also, if you need films, they're up on Daily Clack now, I believe. There is a new Australian maker who has reproduced the formula, secret sauce, for the TX Switch films. So you can get some Aussie-made Switch films, and they're thick and thin ones. Ooh, Kibo films. Nice, 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 nice. Cool. Things are always changing every year. The law of the land in keyboard world changes routinely. Alright. Oh, I'll get the TX out. You know what? I'm going to put this back here, and I'll get the TX out for you. I just, new cam fam. I want to get all the boards out. Alright, so we have the Boba Fett Sage Rama Koyu donation from Rama to Action Cronson. We got my HHKB, that's just my HHKB. We've got my Zelda board, that's also just my Zelda board. And this is Action Cronson's first purchased custom mechanical keyboard. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, DZ60, DZ65 RGB, you know, like Hot Swap, Underglow, maybe Perky RGB, like tray mount. Imagine finding mechanical keyboards and thinking, I'm gonna buy one, and you immediately think, this is the mechanical keyboard I need. It is so heavy. It is so ridiculously heavy. It is, well, it's a Bertha, that's for sure. It's special because it's made of a very thick block of aluminium. It has an acrylic RGB strip on all sides, back, and front. Full brass plate. The mounting design is a top mount, which is desirable because it gives you nicer acoustics and a better bottom out feel. It has a thick switch plate, which also gives you better stability with your switches. Nowadays, this is pretty much the standard for a premium board. There's other new engineering principles that they've applied, but this is definitely when it came out. It was, well, it actually only came out at the end of last year, I think. Top mount is still a really high desirable mounting format. The white part is basically a solid. It's two halves. There's a top half and a bottom half, made out of milled out of a block of aluminium. I'll show you the back as well. I'm just really cautious to touch it because it's a $1,000 keyboard. And the TX logos light up with RGB as well. I'm so excited. This is gonna be awesome because it's a soldered build. That was a hot swap, which is still fun, but it's not as enjoyable as getting the soldering iron out and actually building something. Membrane gang. Yep. Topra has electrocapacitive switches, which are like rubber domes, kind of like membrane, but much better. Oh, we're gonna have to loosen up the restrictions on the bot? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that is... No, this is not a heavy metal keyboard. This is a TX87 SE. That's a HHKB. And I'm getting a HMKB, a heavy metal keyboard, later in the year when they arrive. I'm generally saying, I'm not saying how much this board was bought for. I'm saying that a TX87 SE will cost you about 1,000 AUD. 750 USD to 850 USD is pretty much what these go for. And that's, you can find that on Reddit or Discord. This is definitely, this is like, whoo, this is the baller board. I got the beige HMKB bow. I got the beige HMKB 80 to go with my SA Chocolatier with Holy Pandas. This is kind of, yeah, this is somewhat like a Maserati of keyboards. Although I would say that Key Cult number 2 would be the Maserati of keyboards. Alright. One more look at the Rama. I'll be over to drop this off to you later, action. I'm just going to turn off the chat and stuff so it's clear view. It's very nice. It's a very, very nice board. I like it very much. And that'll be it. We're about 12 minutes away from the usual cutoff time. I'm going to start packing things up, putting things away. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll keep answering. I'll just start tidying up the desk, putting things where they belong. Yes, I am really 30. I will be 31 in August. Current or SSON GB with Cyrillic subs? I don't actually know. Current or soon group buy with Cyrillic subs. For this? For the Mandalorian Legends? You can go to Novel Keys right now and buy it, it's in stock. You'll have it in 2 weeks. What is the Zelda keyboard? The Zelda keyboard is a custom made by Low Key Keyboards, who is a Melbourne maker who does custom laser cut acrylic designs. That is the V1. I got it shortly after the Melbourne meetup last year, before they'd started selling a lot of boards. I'll show you the laser etching on the back in a second. Thanks, Shogun. That board is a donation Rama Koyu for one of the viewers who's watching right now. GMK Boba Fett on a sage green Rama Koyu. And the Zelda, whoa, camera. And the Zelda keyboard. Thanks for the host, Shogun. Appreciate it. Yeah, so if you want to get one, you can go on Instagram, low underscore key underscore keyboards on Instagram. If one of the mods wants to link it, that'd be awesome. I'll be building this TX87 SE probably on Wednesday night, 7 PM to 11 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. The schedule is down below. And then on the weekend, this time next week, I'll be building a low-key keyboard just like that, as well as something from Laser Ninja. Oh, my alerts. I have alerts. Oh god. I turned them all off because I was putting things on. What have I done? I'm a terrible human being. The alert box is back. The chat's back. Oh god. What did I miss? Did we get a follower that I missed? Yes, but please, if you have suggestions. I have stream elements and I have the alert box and stuff. I just had it turned off. I can redo the one from 12 minutes ago. Sometimes I think Streamlabs misses some of them. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Shogun. Let's see. Is it gonna pop up? Yeah, there we go. Thank you for following. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Custom alerts? Oh, yes. Please, if you know anything about that, hit me up. Here, I'll DM you now, and then... Oh no, I don't have a keyboard plugged in. Hail, boo. Can I just like send you an emote? Will that? Yeah, here we go. Bam, bam. Oh no, that's chat. What have I done? Whisper. Here, I'll add you. There we go. No worries, we'll do. If you want to help me out with the custom alerts, that would be amazing, and I would appreciate that so much. And then things would be a bit more interesting than the classic zombie follower alert. I also, by the way, I think I have empty emote slots if you are an illustrator or something and you want to have a crack at doing some cool clacking emotes for the community. Currently those slots are taken up by Australian makers, Switch Keys, Daily Clack, Laser Ninja, Keyboard Treehouse and Snag Keys have all given me theirs. I'm also going to be looking at trying to promote local illustrators in the keyboard community by getting their art and putting it on merch, because Twitch and Amazon do like auto-generated merch where you give them art and they generate shirts and that kind of stuff. And since I'm not an artist, I can't really make anything. I think it would be better off using that for other people and letting them make some revenue through some cool clacking merch and just using it as a vehicle to sell their stuff. I don't know if that's up your alley, but otherwise I'll just hit you up for the alerts. Wait. Oh, you got some spare time to do some art? Well, let me chat to you, OneRat, about doing some art, because I want to do desk mats, key sets, and work with local artists to get those made. I have a feeling that that one goes in here and this one goes in there, because that one's slightly too short and this one's slightly too long. Although I've already pushed it down, I wonder if I can... Unless I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just second guessing myself. Oh no, I'm just second guessing myself. Okay. Ah, cool. Yeah, no worries. Cool, Dylan. Thank you, man. Yeah, we didn't have the rubber on before. Now we do. Still pretty clacky. But it's good. It's that good thok. I don't know if the microphone's doing it justice. Here, I'll give you one more sound test before I put it away. I'll do a proper sound test afterwards. I'll film it and all that kind of stuff. Actually, that's a good point. I was about to put it away in the box, but if I'm going to film just a quick sound test after the stream, there's no point in putting it away. So that'll wrap things up. New artisan creator, Hayaka. Rama donation keyboard. Low-key keyboard coming soon. Laser Ninja keyboard coming soon. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to enjoy doing the next 3 build streams. I need to do an Instagram command. I need to do like a socials command and stuff. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's bite-sized Seamus, same as my Twitch. I've been posting keyboard stuff. Thank you for following Firelight70. When I hit 500 followers, I'll do a custom cable giveaway. I've got 3 in the backlog at the moment already. Once those parts arrive, I will be able to start pushing those out. Thanks for following, ZXBR. Action is probably disconnected for the 40th time, which is unfortunate, but he knows what's happening. I'll send him a message. Thanks for following in the mix. I'll send him a message shortly, and then I'll go and deliver this to him. His first custom mechanical keyboard. Thanks very much for coming along. 3 hours is when I like to wrap it up, and that's pretty much getting close to now. I'll give you another look at the artisans as well. Take advantage of the DSLR while I have battery power until I manage to get a more permanent solution. So these are the new artisans from Hayaka, who's a new member of AUMK. Koi fish and some plants and stuff. Really nice resin, Pro 4 OEM. Australian-based artisan, yes. I don't know where in Oz, but an Australian artisan on AUMK. You can look up her Instagram, Hayaka98, I think it is, or something like that. If one of the mods can link it, that'd be awesome. And that'll wrap it up for us today. Let's see who we can raid. Does anyone have a recommendation for a raid? Let me see who's online. I went to type on. I keep going to type on the keyboard and realizing that I haven't got any of them plugged in. So let me put this one up here. Grab this cable. Oh, hydrate, thank you. Appreciate you looking out. Oh, hydrate, thank you. Oh, hey, don't come to the stream. My Twitch was unmuted, you're gonna hear me twice. Topra's really good. I love Topra. It's got that really nice, satisfying, deep thock. Lightning Keyboards is online. We could drop in there. We've got 35 people. That's half their viewers. I'll start a raid. I always forget how to do this. Go to the dashboard. Start a raid. Lightning Keyboards. Everybody want to come for a raid? Let's do it. This will be my second attempt at doing a raid. Last time it went very badly. Apparently I need to kill my stream while we're raiding. Let's do it. Everybody hit ready. Join the raid. We've got 17, 21, 27. Can we get the whole 35? There's probably going to be like bots and stuff in here. 30? Do we have 30? Let's do it. Raiding. Thank you for coming along.